Mics, check. Music cued, check. Presenters ready. Well, 2 out of 3's not bad. This is TigerTails Radio.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. Welcome to another delightful, delectable, and otherwise entertaining episode of TigerTails Radio. I am TK Tiger, and I will be your host for the next 90 minutes of fun, frolic, shenanigans, and stuff. Mostly stuff. And there are many others with me tonight. There is no Xavier because Xavier is off ill, so get well soon, Mr. Xavier. But we have a Charleston.
Hello. We have an Ottoman. Ignore him.
Hello, Ottoman, who's apparently to ignore. I'm doing a very bad job of that. Hello! We also have Hedgie.
Good evening, everybody.
Place bets now on whether his webcam will stay on for the entire show. We're hoping it does. We also have Echo. Echo returns.
Hello, everybody.
Hooray! Because we haven't seen Echo since half the show last week.
Yeah.
And, of course, we also have the Void.
And me in the void.
Yes, and Echo disappearing into the void. There's a comment to be made there. I'm not going to make it.
We shall not make that comment.
I shall be the bigger man.
I'm,
The void.
I'm also going to remove the blur off my background because that looked awful.
There you go. You can now see Echo Land
Yep.
without the blur. You're right, it didn't look good, but
No.
some people want a blur to protect their background privacy.
Yeah.
My camera appears to have moved. There's a lot more of that corner on display than there is normally.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to.
Right?
Oh, I don't know. Who cares? Well, whatever. It is what it is. It's the background. It's that corner. There's a table. There's a coaster on the table. How exciting! And there is a sofa on the cushion as well. There you go. Hey!
There's a sofa on the cushion.
Yes.
Apparently so.
Yes.
Ah,
It's
bless.
very small. I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up on the camera. It's just along the top. I think it kind of blends into the crease and the main cushion on the larger sofa. But yes.
Oh, bless.
It's not my fault the camera can't pick it up. It's just so small. It's 00 scale. Yes, that's it entirely.
Microscopic.
It's not microscopic. It's just model. It's 00 scale. I mean, you can't see it because it is just off. Actually, no, you can see it. It's that little red box there. That is a 00 scale, or 00 gauge steam locomotive. A Terrier, no less. I thought I forgot out of the show because I bought it a couple of weeks ago. But yeah. But we are here. We should probably do a jingle in a minute for how our week has been. But we are here. We're going to be here for another hour and a half or so, give or take. And we're going to get some Jackbox in, because why not? We don't think there's going to be many of us in Jackbox. I don't think there's going to be too many people here today, because it's quite a quiet night, it would seem. But other than that, yeah, because Jennifer Bat is not well or not appearing, and I'm using the wrong mouse, which is why Discord's not moving. No, I was using the right mouse. Discord's just being a prick.
Yep.
Yay! But yes, let us jingle things up, and we will go on to the review of the week.
This is TigerTails Radio. And now let's catch up with the cast. This is Review of the Week.
So, Hed, while you still have a working webcam, how about you start with your week?
Okay, so my week's been interesting. On Tuesday, I went to a gig featuring some of the people that I used to go to university with at the 1865. That's fun. I brought my earplugs because, as someone who uses his ears a lot for his side hustle, I wanted to make sure I protected them. The irony being that I put one of my earplugs in a bit too hard and ended up causing my ear to get blocked. So right now, my right ear is not functioning as well as it should. So occasionally when I'm walking around my house, I end up walking around in circles. So
I just thought that was because one leg was slightly bigger than the other.
I just assumed that was old age.
That's why I've got one shoe, one platform heel. So, but yes, that was interesting waking up today and going, why is everything weird? So yeah, I had to record a couple of auditions, so I had to turn the mic all the way to the left so I didn't sort of get conflicting signals in my head, which is very, very strange. So yeah, did that. Found out I got the role of Shan Yu, which I'd auditioned for
Nice.
a project. I also forgot that I auditioned for Hades, and I got both the roles.
Nice. Congrats.
I'm now doing a Jim Cummings impression and a James Woods impression.
Oh, Shade says he thinks a mushy banana is good for a block deer.
Oh, well, I'll try eating one and see what happens.
Oh, can't we film you shoving a mushy banana in your ear?
I mean, at least it's only in his ear, not a slight mishearing.
It's like, now my hearing's got worse. How did this happen?
Just shove a mushy banana in your rear instead and see what happens then.
Oh no, this is not a Flash Kids animation. No.
Well, Shades is asking us to film it.
So yeah, I did that. I attempted a few different. Tried a new cake recipe that I made up, which is a tequila sunrise drizzle cake.
Nice.
Unfortunately, it messed up because I forgot to put the tequila in it. So
Seems like quite a key ingredient.
Pomegranate cake, which is like, it's not bad, but you know, I've got to make another one now. Ooh. Oh, yeah.
So it was more of a tequila sunset.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. But you know, I'm not going to complain. So yeah.
At least you didn't make a banana bread.
It the other way around.
At least you didn't make
Sorry?
banana bread and use MSG instead of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That would be bad.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be very bad.
Wonder if somebody's done
Yes.
that.
Yeah, somebody has.
Yeah, using all that expensive MSG.
Wasn't me.
But yeah. So I did a couple of auditions today as well. I got some recording to do tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe my ear will loosen and become a bit better, but we'll see. If not, it'll be audio all the way to the left again. So, yeah.
Yeah, like one half of the cha-cha slide.
Pretty much, yeah. So, yes, again, and also still waiting to see if I get a reply from this Ministry of Justice going, yeah, we've done all the vetting of all those things you've never done in your life. You're fine. So, okay.
How many
Again,
weeks-
I'm still wondering what the heck they have to go through. How many things are there?
I reckon it's not so much that. I reckon it's just many different departments. They've probably all got like 1 or 2 days lead time or whatever, or maybe like maybe a week or so's lead time. But it just has to bounce from person to person to person to person. So you end up at the back of all these different queues as you go through each phase. I reckon that's what it is.
God. So, yes, that's what basically I've been up to for this week.
Fun times. Echo, why don't you go next?
Yeah, okay. What have I been up to this last week? That's always a good question I ask myself, and I'm not never really sure.
It's like, what haven't you been up to? By what you've been telling me on social media.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, I suppose, yeah, I've been up to all sorts. I mean, I did a little bit of work at the beginning of the week, you know, as one probably
the
ought
paid
to
job.
during the week. Yeah, that's it, yeah. So, yeah, I was at work Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday I was at work.
You don't sound too sure about that one.
I'm never too sure how, when I'm in work, I just sort of occasionally turn up and they keep paying me, so, you know, it could be worse. So yeah, Monday to Wednesday I was at work. So I was actually working from home Monday and Wednesday because, you know, who wants to be in the office 3 days in a week?
Not me, but I am.
Huh?
I said, not me, but I am.
Yeah. Well, I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be in the office 3 days a week, but if I'm only working 3 of the 5 days, then it kind of seems like, well, you're supposed to work from home 2 days a week, so I'll just condense those 2 days into the 3 days I'm working. So yeah, so I was working Monday to Wednesday, and then I had Thursday and Friday off, which made a nice long 5-day long bank holiday weekend because, you know, that's the right thing to do. So yeah, and whilst I've been off, I have, what have I done? Mostly been working in the garden, been cutting up firewood and getting the garden tidy. I've trimmed the hedge and cut the grass and, you know, just general household stuff.
Yes, you didn't tell us that Echo had trimmed you during the last week.
Well, that's, you know, that's why I've got this gorgeous haircut here, yes.
That's why he's walking around in circles. I trimmed out just one leg.
Yeah.
So you're all in circles now.
Yes. Here comes a young boy. He still doesn't understand how to use the hedge trimmer. So yeah.
Specialist
I mean,
machinery.
the fact you have a trimmer named specifically after you,
Indeed, yes.
Or specifically
Yeah.
for him, one of the two.
Indeed. I will say there's a certain part of my anatomy where the hair is very thick and
Well, it sure as hell isn't your head.
No. No, well, welcome to, middle age, right?
Ah,
But, yeah. Cool. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of pretty much my week, to be honest. So,
that's all the week we're getting.
well, yeah, pretty much.
yeah.
I mean, it's more of a week than my work gets, so,
Well, that's true, yeah.
they get me occasionally.
All right, I will go next because why not? Not that I have that much to report. It's been not the most interesting of weeks, but because work's made some changes, I've had to be in the office for all 5 days last week, much to my sadness.
Ooh.
And I would have been working from home today had it not been bank holiday. So today was a day off, and I enjoyed it muchly. But the weekend was fun. I spent some time playing games with Shades, which was lovely. We're getting quite good at Unrailed now. We've managed to beat some of the extreme courses, and we've kind of looped, because at the moment the game's in early access, Unrailed 2. It's in early access. So we get 5 biomes to play in, and once you've completed all 5, you can then go on to the 6th biome, which is basically the end credits. Or you can loop and start the first biome again, but it's slightly harder. And so we're currently working our way through another loop. Our train is rather fast, and so we're probably going to start again, because that's half the fun of these roguelike type games. You basically play until you stop, and then you just reward the goodies that come from it. So yeah, it's been good fun, and also we're getting quite good at plate up. Still have just 1 course left to unlock, and when we finally stop doing our Mahusive Kitchen of Doom, then, because we have a coffee restaurant, and it's pretty much entirely automated apart from 1 coffee dish, which we have to get manually, but everything else is pretty much automated. Oh, and ice cream you've got to do manually. And other than that, it's entirely automated, and the kitchen is just full of conveyor belts and machinery, and it's crazy. But it does mean that we're just running around like blue-ass flies serving customers as opposed to actually doing anything else. And we're like a well-oiled machine in that regard. And so we're currently, because once you've beaten like day 15, you then start going into overtime. Your restaurant franchises, you go into overtime. And I think we're currently on like day 43 or something of overtime. Yeah, it's crazy. And so we've decided we're going to put to some other restaurants instead. And so over the last couple of days we played again, and we managed to double franchise. I can't remember what food that was. It was fish. We did fish. So if you ever play Plate Up, it's available on PlayStation Network now. If you have that, it's in the PS Plus collection. So if you've got your either platinum grade or the middle grade, whatever it's called, you can play Plate Up for free. But yeah, other than that, it's not been too busy. I mean, Hedgie came over yesterday. We did some work for something that's upcoming. More about that later. Not tonight, but later on. Justin also shared a thing with me, which will be useful for next week, because there may or may not be a show next week. I don't know yet. So, Charleston, after this show, I want to speak to you about contingency plans for next week. And other than that, it's just been a time spent. Yesterday was lost to video editing. Today has been lost to with napping and catching up on stuff and housework and chores. And Saturday was lost mostly to sleep in Animal Crossing and playing video games with Shades. So, it's been a nice weekend. And on that note, I shall pass the buck over to Charleston.
All right. I think my review is going to be very interesting because I was on holiday last week.
Yeah, this is why we saved you to last.
And I've frozen, apparently, by the looks of it.
Oh, so there you go. You've unfrozen.
Okay, right. That kind of foreshadows how this holiday started because...
Yeah, Justin.
Yeah.
Where did you go? Oh, yeah, Shades has just showed some screenshots of our kitchen and the madness therein.
Damn.
If people have Discord.
Right, where was I? Oh, yeah. Stayed at a friend's on Sunday evening. We flew very early on the Monday. And if that rings a bell to anyone, that's because on Monday, the entire Iberian Peninsula had a blackout.
Mhm.
It's pretty much the entirety of Spain. It wasn't just the peninsula.
Well, yeah, that includes Portugal.
Oh, blimey, does it?
Yes.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
And a bit of southern France as well. So yeah, on the Monday we landed. We got a taxi to. If anyone's curious, we went to where was it? Fangarola. I can never pronounce it correctly, so I've just been telling everyone Malaga because I just about pronounce it correctly. But we got to Fangarola. Got a taxi to our apartment for the week. And they said they wasn't quite ready because we arrived early, so we'll just sit on the sun lounges and wait for it to be ready. And the hours ticked by, and we thought, this is taking a while. And they got our bags as well because the valet came. So one of our party went over and asked, and they were told that the whole of Spain was in a blackout, and we thought they were making up excuses. But as the hours went on, we went back and asked. And as it turned out, their only communication with the outside world was an old ham radio.
Oh.
And whoever was on the other end of this radio was telling them that it wasn't just Spain and Portugal, but it was also France, Belgium, the Netherlands, Luxembourg, basically the whole of Western Europe.
Wow.
So we all thought it was the start of World War III.
As you
Oh
do.
God.
Yeah, we thought this is the most bizarrely relaxing way to start a war, or to experience the start of a war. But eventually, they kicked the generator on, and we got access to our room. No lights or anything. Just be able to use the electric door. So we were told that one person had to stay in the room, otherwise we'd all lock ourselves out. So two of us decided to go out into the main town area to get groceries because we were self-catering, and Ottoman here stayed behind to house it, basically. As we went down, we noticed a couple of places were starting to get lights on, like just like facade lights, and also there was a mobile signal. So my friend asked me to lend him my phone so that he could call his sister back in Britain, and that's when we got the confirmation that no, World War III wasn't beginning. It was just a atmospheric anomaly that was causing Spain and Portugal to go lights out. And we're like, oh, thank heavens for that. Schumacher was still a bit manic. We ended up basically having a makeshift smorgasbord to eat that night. But 3 a.m., all the power came back on, waking our friend up in the middle of the night because he left the lights on, as you do with a power cut. Yeah, Wi-Fi came back as well, and then we had a relaxing day in Fangarola at the beach, just seeing what the town was like. Found a few tacky souvenirs. And the day after, what did we do the day after? That would have been the Wednesday.
We relaxed. We went into Fingerroller town.
Yes.
Itself, and just basically just relaxed.
Try to remember when it was that we went up the mountain. Was that on Thursday?
That was Thursday.
Yeah, on the Thursday we decided to go take a cable car up to the mountain.
Friday we go up to the
Granada.
Palace.
Yeah, we on the Friday went to Granada on a day trip to see Alhambra, which, if you're not familiar, is a giant palace. Yeah. One of the finest examples of it's kind of weird. It's partly Islamic, partly Christian, because it was originally Islamic, and then the Christians took over and like, we're gonna make this our own. Yeah, so it's a bit of a weird mishmash, and we couldn't get tickets to go inside the really pretty bits because the earliest that we get tickets for was June. And as lovely as the place is, we didn't have the money to stay there for June. So we just tolerated seeing the rest of it. But the rest of it's still lovely in its own right. If you're ever in that area, by all means go. Bring good shoes with you because you'll be walking uphill a lot. And the same for that mountain that we went to as well, because even though we took a cable car up to the top, there was a wolf statue that was a walk away. That took us about an hour and a half to do, going up and down this sort of side of the mountain. Yeah, we were pretty knackered by the end of it. It was worth it, beautiful views, but we were also very glad that I brought a bottle of water with me. And that they were selling ice creams at the touristy area at the top. I'm trying to think what it was we did on the Wednesday. I'm sure we went somewhere, did we?
went into
Tuesday we went into the main town area, to the beach. I think I did a travel log. Let me see if I can remind myself. I'm sure we did something.
The old age affects
if
us
anyone
all.
wants to see the link to the travel log, it's all done now. So, you know, I could just send the link and you could all read about it in hindsight and see all my pictures. Let's see. I scoot all the way back to Wednesday. That's the cable car. Oh, of course, yes. We went to Sea Life.
Ah.
Yes. And that was quite pretty to see.
And what life did you see?
The life of the sea. Like one shark, well, actually two sharks, one turtle. Had a lovely moment where they were feeding the otters, and of course, Otterman had to come and watch that. They were adorable, in all fairness. What else did we do? Oh, we also explored a bit of the resort, because it's a big resort. Also went into the the nearby what do you call it? Shopping mall. I bought myself a souvenir. I bought a Spanish language Bluey book just because. I don't know what the hell it says, but I already know the story because it's just the same as another Bluey episode. So I can just try and translate it from there.
Furry's addicted to Bluey. What
also,
is this?
Yeah, also we've discovered that they really love their donuts in Spain because they have Tim Hortons and Dunkin' Donuts over there, which surprised us both a lot.
Tim Hortons is very good. I do like Tim Hortons.
I thought that was a coffee shop.
Timbits.
Yeah, we also spent quite a lot of time at the bars. Didn't get completely sozzled. Although we did discover that our friend really loves sangria. Like, we'll do anything with sangria.
yeah, which I understand.
I like it too, but I'm still a sensible drinker. I never get myself too far. Trying to think what else we did. Let's see. Oh, I had my first ever time in a sauna as well.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't get what the hype is. I hated it. I know what the theory is, that you sweat all your toxins out and then you wash after and you feel refreshed. I'm sorry, I work in a kitchen. We try to keep things as cool as possible for ourselves. I just about managed to survive 10 minutes of steam and breathing hot air, and then I had to. I don't get what the hype is at all. I've tried it now. I know what it's like. Not for me. Glad for everyone else who loves it. All the erotic art you see of furry characters making love in a sauna is completely unrealistic. Because it's a death sentence for people without fur to make love in those sorts of environments. Also, we got to see some wild boars. We didn't get close to them because we didn't want to be killed, but we did get to see them. Oh, and also we explored the nearby castle. That's what we did on the Wednesday. We went to the castle, didn't we? Remember the castle? Yeah, they obviously getting ready for some sort of festival there because they were doing a whole lot of construction there of temporary stalls and a lot of soft drinks. But that was a lot of fun to see the views, and that's basically a Spanish holiday. We then came back to Britain, and
Hang on.
yeah.
Most memorable
Okay, what's the most memorable bit?
swimming?
Oh, swimming in the Mediterranean.
Yes.
Okay, I'll tell the story.
Yeah.
The last full day we had, we decided to walk over to the beach and have a proper swim in the Mediterranean Sea. And I put my wallet in one pocket and my mobile phone and my 2 inhalers in the other pocket, in my swimming shorts. And then I forgot to take them out when we decided to actually go into the sea.
Whoops.
So, yeah. I mean, it was about 10 minutes, but I realized because I saw my inhaler floating in front of me.
Oh.
I was like, oh shit. So I sort of waddled myself back to the shore. So the money was all soaked. I had about 120 euros still in there in notes. But we managed to figure out that you can iron it and it will be pretty much all right. It'll be a bit bumpy, but it will be usable. It will still be a proper euro. I know I used it to pay for stuff.
Mhm.
Good.
One of my inhalers is now lost to the Mediterranean, but thankfully that's the preventer one, so I could just call my GP tomorrow and get a replacement. The emergency one I still have, thankfully.
Good.
But my mobile phone is sadly now RIP. Even though it worked in the minutes after getting it onto dry land, about an hour after decided, no, I think I'm going to die.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I've taken the SIM card out and I bought a replacement. Hopefully, the SIM card will still work. I'm hoping it will because I really, really like that phone number.
If you've got some isopropyl alcohol, just clean the contacts. It should be fine because it's solid state. So
Yeah, okay. If it doesn't work on first go, then I'll just use that because I've got some rubbing alcohol. But yeah, so then the day after, we got up early, landed back in Britain. We were delayed coming home because someone decided to set a fire next to the railway track.
Oh.
yeah, I read about that in the press.
Yeah, we were caught in that. Thankfully, not too delayed home, but we did have to sacrifice going to a buffet restaurant that we wanted to go to. And got home, got unpacked, played a few video games, and then today was my first day back to work. And that was our Spanish holiday.
Hey!
Nice.
Yeah, so if I just give me a moment, how do I do this? I'm gonna get the link for the Telegram channel that I created where I did all the updates, so you can see all the pretty photos.
Ooh.
And
the ones of me.
He'll stick that in the Discord, and if it doesn't let him, then I can change the permissions. I think it allows links. If not, you can stick it in the general chat. That should allow links.
Let's find out.
In the meantime, as it is now 9 o'clock, we should probably transition over to the Jackbox.
Yes.
We've now reached the audience participation portion of the show. It's game time.
And we have some Split the Room, because we haven't played that in bloody ages.
Oh, wow.
And so your room code is IVSO. And Hedge is in. Charleston is in.
Join us.
That Bum Civilian is in. Echo is in. Are we going to get anyone else?
Join us.
Actually, thinking of otter feeding times, have you ever gone to the otter sanctuary at Buckfastleigh?
I have not, no.
Ah, I think your Otterman might enjoy it. It is a very lovely place.
Join us.
Then we know where we're going next time.
And Buckfastleigh's not too far away from where you are. It's a bit of a faff, I'd imagine, getting from where you are, but it's not too far away. Edgy, I believe you've gone.
Psst. Join the
Have
party.
I believe so.
Really? Okay.
When we did the Cornwall holiday. With... fairly sure. Was it Cornwall holiday? With Jules and Pete.
That was when we went to Dawlish.
Oh, Dawlish.
Yeah.
There's room for more.
Yeah, it was Dawlish. Yeah, because we went
Yes.
on the Totnes Railway.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, and it terminates at Buckfastleigh, and that's where the
Yeah.
otters are.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, you have been. Yeah, basically, I navigated that
There's
holiday
room
by
for
saying,
more.
"Hey, look at all these wonderful places we could visit." And everyone's like, "Yeah, we'll get to all those places." And I was like, "Great, they're accessible via steam train." So I was like, "Yes, I get steam trains. Everyone else gets things at the end of the railway."
Join us.
It was a sneaky trick on my part. I think that is everyone. Is Ottoman going to come play? Or...
Are you gonna come play? Do we need him?
Well, we got 5 in so far, so it'd be nice to make up numbers.
Yeah, let's make it even.
There's room for more.
So give him 5 minutes, he's gonna get himself logged in.
Okay, we'll give him a couple of minutes tip-tap on the phone then. Currently, I've been told to sit back and relax. I don't know if the volume's too loud for this
There's
or not,
room
but
for more.
I've got ominous music and our cat host going, "There's room for more." It's like the girls in The Shining. Come play with us. The creepy-ass twins. Just waiting for the background just to suddenly flood with blood. We have an Ottoman. Wonderful. Well, we're not going to have any Snow's Destiny or Jennifer back this week. They are unfortunately unable to make it. So, I'll just turn the microphone on the PlayStation off so I don't accidentally start triggering that by accident. And we shall start the game.
Yay!
Meow. Do not be startled. I am here to guide you as we explore the deepest recesses of your mind. You will build strange and complex worlds using only your imagination and your thumbs. A hypothetical situation missing one key part will be transmitted to your device, like this one. Ads before online videos have been banished. In their place are 15-second videos of this. They are not skippable. Is life better? There are infinite possibilities you could write in to complete this scenario. Choose wisely, though, because everybody else will then answer yes or no. And you will earn more points if you split the room. Fitting name, huh? For those of you in the audience, you'll be competing as one player. Your answers will be determined by a majority vote. Yes, even in a nebulous void, democracy is important. At the end of the game, the person who creates the most divisive dimensions will win. Got it? Good. Now let's begin. Imagine a world that's only limited by your imagination. If that place seems small, then you're in trouble because we're about to split the room. Finish the scenario that has been sent to your device.
And now it's the time for text.
Yep, I remember you gotta think of the most divisive thing.
Yeah. Oh, we have Anime Cat.
Neko Mimi.
Echo animation. Okay, we have 35 seconds ticking down. Oh, gonna get a hairball. Everyone's in.
Yeah.
Up next is the Cowboy Curse.
Okay, so
Every time you ride a horse, you save a cowboy's life. One day, you stumble upon a horse that's doing this. Do you ride it?
So every time you ride a horse, you save a cowboy's life. One day you stumble upon a horse that's looking kinky. Do you ride it?
Now, does that mean it's like wearing leather boots? Or it's got really long eyelashes? Or, you know, or does that mean it's got a 90-degree bend in it?
I mean, horses are generally dressed in leather anyway. They're all kind of kinky to start with.
The longer it takes the room to
Three-two
answer,
split
the
for
more
Ottoman.
bonus points you get.
Yep, 3-2 split for the Ottoman. You're quite right.
Get ready for Love Sounds. A human mutation allows you to attract mates by shouting this sound. It doesn't work on everybody, though. You're attending a job fair when you notice someone really attractive. Do you make that sound?
Charleston, this one's yours.
Okay. A human mutation allows you to trap mates by shouting this sound. Awoo! It doesn't work on everybody, though. You're attending a job fair when you notice someone really attractive. Do you make that sound?
Curious, go.
Job fairs are very rare these days. Also, who goes to a job fair to meet women?
Or men.
Yeah.
Ah,
Most people know you should not a woo.
Yeah, 2 not a blue.
Because otherwise you get fined
Mike,
$200.
Indeed.
Feast
you do
your
indeed
eyes
get
on.
fined.
I don't need to woo.
Congratulations. The kid you've
You
been
just
tutoring
uwu
for the last
instead.
3 years is graduating college with honors. Teary-eyed, she asks you to attend the ceremony. Unfortunately, whenever you hear an air horn, you involuntarily do this. Do you show up?
Hedgie, this one's yours.
The kid you've been tutoring for the last 3 years is graduating college with honours. Teary-eyed, she asks you to attend the ceremony. Unfortunately, whenever you hear an air horn, you involuntarily fart. Do you show up?
Who has air horns at a graduation ceremony?
Americans do.
Oh, okay.
Wow, zero split.
All the Brits
No.
going.
We all feel for the kid. We all know what a
Here's
fart
one
is.
I like to
we deal
call
with it.
Yeah.
Pucker up. If you French kiss this player for 30 seconds, you will both be rewarded with this. Do you kiss?
So, Echo, this is yours.
Mine.
Yeah, read it.
So, if you French kiss Charleston for 30 seconds, you'll both be rewarded with 4,350 non-denomination and a lick of his sherbet dib-dab.
Do you
Yes.
kiss?
It doesn't specify what the currency is.
Well, it doesn't say currency, does it, really?
No. One person said currency.
Bums Video got a 4-1 split.
Like you wanted to kiss me.
It's time for Seal Your Tomb.
I already have some
You have
kissing.
found a
Not gonna kiss
forgotten
Charleston,
mummy's
sorry.
tomb. The discovery could make you famous, but there is a supposed curse. If the mummy is moved, the discoverer will have this happen to them. Do you transport it?
This one's mine, I guess. So, you found Cotton Mummy's tomb. The discovery could make you famous, but there is a supposed curse. If the mummy is moved, the discoverer will be blamed for the failure of electric cars. Do you transport it?
Oh,
That is indeed a split. A 3-2 split.
yes.
And now, is this thing on? Your neighbor was live streaming his dog in the bath, sicko. But he forgot to switch off the live stream, and now you can see him doing this. Do you go upstairs and tell him?
Charleston, this one's yours.
So your neighbour was like shaving his dog in the bath, but he forgot to switch off the live stream, and now you can see him having a massive stinky shit. Do you go upstairs and tell him?
See, there's 3 nice people. There's myself and Bum Civilian.
Yes.
Who were like, oh no, we repost this to every media platform.
That's because Bum Civilian is like, the thing I've been
Let's
waiting
check
for
in with
my
the
entire
standings.
life.
The thing I would have trained if I wasn't a civilian.
I think Awesome is in the lead.
We've reached the decisive dimension. Everybody will be presented with a new type of scenario. There will be 2 options to choose from. Door number 1 is already provided. You will decide what's behind door number 2. Remember, you want to make it as hard of a choice as possible. Oh, and if you correctly predict a certain player's decision, you'll earn some bonus points. Let's begin. Write an option that you think only some people will choose.
Right, we get our questions.
difficult one here.
I had a tricky one as well, but I have done it with about 15 seconds on the clock, but we're just waiting for Charleston. So 14, 13. Okay, we're done.
Roar. You're forced to be a guest on a daytime talk show. You can participate in one of two topics. I'm in love with a cartoon character, or this. Which topic would you rather be the interviewee for?
Edge, this one's yours.
You're forced to be on a daytime TV show. You can pick from two topics. I'm in love with a cartoon character, or why I think cows should produce choco milk.
It's nice to see a group with varied hobbies.
Only a 1-4 split.
Well
But I did get the
played.
prediction.
Well done. And I'm in love with a cartoon character, or I secretly kick ducks, quacky little fuckers. Okay, so admit that Minerva Mink is hot, or that I hate the egg layers. Which to pick?
See, I don't kick ducks, I eat them.
Yeah.
Tasty little fuckers.
They're also
I'm
very
in love
cute.
with a cartoon character, or my father is a furry.
They're
Well,
the same thing.
That can't be true, because if your father was a furry, your father would be gay, so you're either adopted, or your father is not a furry.
I don't know, there are some straight furries, not many of them,
No,
but
they're a myth, they don't exist.
they do. I mean, I'm sure that Rona or Silverwind would argue.
No, he's a myth.
No split.
Yeah.
Now for something
Oh,
different.
damn. So in
You
my
need a
personal
rectal
one, no
exam
split.
and
In the
have
group
two
one, no
options.
split.
A
Oh.
doctor who makes happy moaning sounds during your exam, or a doctor who makes these sounds. Which noise do you try to endure during your rectal exam?
Okay, this was yours.
Let me go find. Well, I
No,
can't
just,
read it.
Just read
anyway.
that quote. This is look on the void.
The stream.
Well, which noise do you endure during a rectal exam? Happy moaning or liquid, gross, extremely wet fart sounds?
That's loud gross.
Yes.
Or loud, gross, extremely wet fart?
Or
Or happy moaning or dad-style jokey
Dad style jokey sounds.
sounds?
one 3 split.
No dice.
Incorrect prediction. Finally,
Either. So, which noise? Either happy moaning sounds or sexy soothing sounds.
Okay, they're the same thing.
Oh no, one's happy and one's with an undercurrent.
An undercurrent. Oh my.
Incorrect prediction, but got a good split. What's that done to the scores on the boards?
It all comes down to this.
Oh, and I think Echo has won it.
hey! Well done.
Echo gets the kitty looks, and Hedgie gets the most likes.
Whoa!
That's unusual.
Loser is me. Wait, no, that's not me, is it?
Well,
Who's in most
Who's
dislikes?
dislikes? Yeah.
it was me.
Ah! So I got lowest points but the most likes. Nice.
Yeah, we all like Joneses. We just
Didn't vote for them. It's like, yeah, your answer's not worth voting for, but we like it.
Yeah.
we feel bad for you.
Hey, pity sex is still sex.
You've had a lot of experience with that, have you, Hedgie?
No, I haven't. I've had a lot of experience of pity, nothing else.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, I think we should probably throw it back to the... Has anybody got anything for Done and Dusted this week?
No.
No, I've been in Spain.
You could have watched a Spanish show.
No,
There are no Spanish shows.
La Volta del Mundo a
Spain
Willy
doesn't
Fogg?
have TV.
Huh?
Spain doesn't have TV, don't be silly.
Like I say, La Volta del Mundo de Willy Fogg? Ring any bells?
That was back in the 1980s.
90s. Well,
Our apartment had access to English channels, but as well as Spanish ones, we spent most evenings watching The Chase.
Right, I'm going to transition.
Missed the live show? Never fear. Archives are here. Visit tigertailsradio.co.uk to catch up on what you missed.
There you go, Hedge. You can entertain the masses briefly while I get the next game up and running.
Okay. So I have decided to try and, while I've got the next 4 weeks, I thought maybe I should try and write a cookbook for microwave and air fryers.
Oh, yes.
And then I realised that in order to do so, you actually need recipes. And I went, crap.
Well, that's
One
a
thing I
problem.
don't have. So, so I went, okay, what if I do this differently? And I'll try and come up with recipes based upon cocktails, because I'm a mixologist as well. And I went, okay, I can do something like that. So
Cocktails
again,
you
yes.
can make in your air fryer.
Yeah. I tried making a tequila sunrise cake, which I forgot to put the tequila in. So I ended up with just an orange drizzle cake. And I went, well, I'll just attempt something. So I'll mix the orange juice with grenadine. So I've got a nice red glaze to pour over the top. Unfortunately, it was too spongy, so it just sank inside and didn't drizzle off. So I ended up with a very spongy cake with a red top. It was like, not exactly what I was looking for. So tomorrow, after I've done the recording I need to do, I'm going to try a white Russian cake, which is going to be based on a coffee and walnut base. But I'm going to try and go, how can I turn this into a white Russian cake? So I'm basically stealing other people's recipes and then customizing them and go, look, oh, new recipe. So, yeah.
Brand
Isn't that what
new.
every person does?
I mean, pretty much indeed, yeah. So kind of, but it's like, yeah. So tomorrow's going to be an interesting one. So yes, we shall see what happens with that one, and that will probably be next week's thing of going. What have you been doing? I've been making and eating cake. This is why I'm now 300 pounds. So, yeah.
And I gave you a little bit of lemon drizzle cake while you were here.
Yes, yes.
So you're going to forget to put the vodka in that one then?
Yeah, I've got to remember that. I'll write it down. Put vodka in.
Remember alcohol in alcohol cake.
Yes. Absolutely.
Only Hedgie.
Yes.
Only Hedgie could forget to put the alcohol in the cake.
Yeah, I know.
Never mind.
It's because I was too busy trying to get the zest and the juice out of the oranges that I pretty much forgot to put the vodka in. I was like, God damn it! Yeah. Yeah. So yes, it will be an interesting test tomorrow. So I've got recording to do tomorrow, and I've got baking to do as well. It's like, my God.
Busy.
Once I get a proper job, I'll be like, yeah, I can't do anything now.
Yeah, I have no more hobbies. I have full-time work.
Full-time work, can't do anything else. Yeah.
That's why you need full-time work like me, and then it's fine. You have plenty of time to do everything, because you're just like, yeah, I'm there some of the time, occasionally.
Yeah, well, Hedge is going to be a court usher. He can't really do that from home.
Indeed, that's true, yeah. You can't really do that.
I mean, that would be quite funny to see him try.
You can't really ferry people from here to there while at home.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're just moving the
I
court
think my
to my
camera's...
house.
Oh, my camera's gone.
Yeah, you're frozen.
My camera's gone.
Well, that just proves it.
Oh,
You might want to switch cameras, because my camera's gone.
I know. I was
So
just.
you might want to switch cameras.
There we go. Have a chance.
There you go.
Hello. Whilst the camera's on me, I may as well say one other thing I did while I was in Spain. For the sheer novelty of it, I bought a Spanish Happy Meal
Oh!
just to see how different it was. Answer, not very.
Uh-huh.
Oddly enough.
Yeah, came with a beef burger. They didn't really have much of the way of vegetarian options. So he had the beef burger, bless him.
Yep.
I ate the fries. The snack I got was a slice of pineapple, or piña, as it said on the packet. Tropicana juice, and it was a Minecraft toy. I think it's not really worth showing, to be honest. It's just a model. But yeah, just for the sheer novelty of it, I felt like just seeing how different is McDonald's in Spain. You know, to be not that different.
Not
just
really.
Not very much for the people who don't eat meat.
No, you're just getting European meat as opposed to British meat or American meat substitute.
It would be quite comical if it was actually British meat as well, wouldn't it? Like, normally just saying, no, it's still British.
Yeah, it's like, why are we importing British beef into Spain? Spain has loads of its own beef.
With
Spain is
us.
full of vineyards and orange trees, and we were warned by our friend who goes there many, many times. The oranges that you see on the streets, don't eat the oranges. Then it's not illegal. You're perfectly welcome to, but they're gross because they've absorbed all of the toxins from the cars around.
Yep.
They are there purely to make the air a little bit cleaner and decoration and nothing else. Do not eat them.
Yeah, so like when you see blackberries growing on the roadside and things, you go, "Oh, blackberries!
Yes.
Pick. You take them home and wash them. You don't eat them straight away because they are covered in car fumes, and that ain't nice."
Yeah.
Or the ones if you buy the railway line, you go, "Oh, railway line, yeah." We'll just ignore the diesel train to go down here and spew their diesel fumes all over these blackberries. Yeah, take them home and wash them. Then it'll be fine.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm among those who eat the blackberries. Just because
Bleh. No, take them home and
I
wash
will
them first.
tolerate I'll tolerate the taste of fumes.
Bleh.
Yeah.
I am a take them home and wash them person. But I do have the next
You do
Xbox
the
game ready.
sensible thing.
Yeah, I do. For once. Doesn't happen often. Right, let's just transition to Jackbox.
We've now reached the audience participation portion of the show. It's game time.
It's also really loud. Let me fix that.
Adversity.
Have your rapping skills, folks.
Terrible.
So we have a me, we have a Hedgie, we have Echo, we have Spanish Rat. Sausage Chops and Ottoman times 2. I've actually seen 2 people playing under the one account.
Be warned, this game involves quite a bit of typing.
That's not that much typing. Right, are you ready to lay down some sick and funky
Hard
beats?
if you're on a smartphone.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm ready.
Doors open in 3, 2, 1. Check it out. You know it's Shadow Master MC. We got a lot of, let's say, interesting cats up in here tonight. DJ Rach, tell them how the game plan is about to go down. Hey, yo, don't step on that.
Where are you? Never mind. Here's how you do it. We'll ask you for a word or a phrase. We'll use it to complete line 1 of your rap. You then write a line that rhymes with it. We do that about 2 times and you have your 4-line verse. We hear him back and we vote on that winner, which honestly you all are. Shadow, what'd you find out?
All right, I couldn't get rid of the robots, so check it out. It's time to get it in. Grab them mics. Time to write. Get them lyrics together. Write a word or a phrase, then an entire line that rhymes with the one that we give back to you. Now you gotta do that twice, all right? Hit that suggestion button if you need it.
about a minute left. Go, 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 go.
And then once you've entered your thing, you get multi-click and call the train.
They got 20 seconds left. Excellent.
Oh, everyone's in.
Okay, here's the
Hey.
flow. Check it out, party people. We got the first 2 robot battle rappers up here, and they ready to get it in. Remember to hit those voting buttons during the rhyme. We need to know if it's hot or not.
So don't forget to vote during the rap as well as afterwards.
My words are presents I deliver like Donald Duck. Nude from the waist down, and they never suck. Don't rush the stage, I'm coming in furry. Wagging my tail like it's in a hurry.
Okay, all right, that's cool.
All right, you're up. Get ready.
I'm sweeter than candy, sharper than a desk. Whereas you're just a ghastly grotesquely. I'm so strong because I eat all my plum. You just eat junk, and that's why you're dumb.
That was okay. Wasn't the best I heard, but it wasn't the worst either. Okay, now it's over. Who's the dopest rapper? Who's the wackest cat?
At voting time. Money! I thought it was real.
Got your winner. Let's move on, y'all. All right, next 2 robots. Let's go.
Sausage Shop versus Echo.
I won a Nobel Prize for slurping. Boo me, boo me. I love it when you boo me. Watch me flow, I'm like a ocean. Ah, a spider.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it. It's time for you to answer that one. You gotta come strong, too.
That was amazing.
I've learned the ancient secrets of the Vickers. Just like you, they're a bunch of ass-lickers. I'm working my magic, like dragon. Meanwhile, you're falling off the wagon.
All right. I see what you're working with. Yo, check it out. Now it's time to use your devices to vote on who brought it stronger.
It's the 3-1 to Sausage Shops.
Whoa!
Okay, there's your winner. Where my next 2 robots at?
Ottoman versus Spanish Rat.
Santa's got elves, I got my mortar of crows. And I'm gonna murder your app cause it glows. Don't look now, I stole your swarm of bees. And I'm sipping on your honey, taste your nectar as I please.
Thank you.
All right, peace and love. Let's move on. Yo, you gotta get that.
I came here to crush and my words are rhinos. Tripped over my feet and fell on the linos. I swim in jewels and bathe in rug. When I see the rat I give him a hug.
Thank y'all. Let's keep moving.
Surprisingly wholesome.
Ding ding, the bell has rang. Vote to see who
raps
was
are
the
usually
dopest
attacking
MC.
each other. That was sweet.
And it went 1-3 to Spanish Rat.
1-3 split.
Here's your
1-3
winner.
split seems to
Round
be
1 is
everywhere.
over. Next round coming. Good job, everybody. Let's check out those scores.
Sausage Shop's currently in the lead.
Whoa!
And I'm right in the bottom.
All right, it's time to get right.
Whoever
misses, yeah.
Time is halfway up.
Oh, everyone's in.
Yeah.
Here's the undercard and main event.
Hedgie
for round
versus
two.
Ottoman
Better get
versus
some of that
Spanish
money.
Rat.
Y'all
and
ready
Ticket
for the
Tiger
first
versus
battle?
Sausage Chops.
Let's get it in.
I hear you like to spar with betas. Because you're as cheesy as lesbian feta. The sun is about to set on your head. No matter what you do, you'll end up dead.
All right, thank you. Now we gotta move on. Yeah, it's your turn now.
I can read you like a book, like how to become a stinky furry. You smell you like you look, like now a popular furry. Sure you got style if you're into Russian. Put your hands in the air if you used right for me.
Yo, time's a waste. Let's keep it moving. All right, now you gotta use your devices to find out who's gonna make it and who's gonna get slayed.
No, I just can't write things that rhyme.
That's a crime.
It's 1-3 again.
You know what you're doing, you know how you're doing, and it's done.
20k winner bonus for Hedgie.
Where my two MCs at? Let's go.
Spanish Rat versus Ottoman, round 2.
Not better than me? Well, bring it, my doctor. One thing's for sure, I wrote this line. Your style is out of fashion like an old jacket. Give it up right, you just can't hack it.
That was okay. Now let's keep it moving. Did you hear what they just said? You gonna let them get away with that?
I didn't recognize you with all that nitroglycerin. You blew up in my face when I threw you in the bin. When I think of you, I think of mapley syrup. Like Canucks, you're too polite to maybe make me throw up.
All right. We heard that. Let's keep it moving. Right now is the time to vote.
syrup.
Start clicking that button.
I had a typo, I had to work around it.
Okay, there's your winner.
It's time for our next battle. So we need the next
3-1
two
is
cats to step up and get down.
The trend.
It is. Sausage Chops versus Ticket Tiger.
After I'm done, I'll steal your teddy bear. Tie a bow around its waist. See what I did there? I roll in the club decked out in jeans. And the crowds move aside as my rap is supreme.
That was kind of cool. I know you can do better than that, though.
Your turn. Get ready.
Anyone home in there? Howdy? Look a little sick there. Am I being too rowdy? You want to be me, but you're just too shitty. Guess that's why you're out here, begging for pity.
Okay, word, cool, that's dope. Now let's keep it moving. Check it. Tell me who was the whack cat, and then tell me who was the hotline. Time to vote.
It isn't voted yet. There we go. 3-1 again. Can you spot the theme of today's show, kids?
You're our winner. Congratulations.
Yeah, now the battle is
Maybe
getting
we
heated.
was playing Split the Room.
Now let's check out the scoreboard.
Oh, Spanish. I've crept up to first somehow.
All right, now this your last chance. Go ahead and get at them. Let them know what the real is.
for sure, but you're just not my type. Unless you destroy everybody else, then we can talk.
Now, if you can't think of anything at all, you can use that right for me button. Come on, get your thumb out. Let's get in.
Oh, roll in.
Okay, we got the card for the final round.
Woo! I am so excited.
You ready to go? Let me hear you get at him.
Ottoman versus Echo.
Whoa!
The train's left the station and you're in the room. Rap like someone else is writing. You hurt my eyes, your face is so stinky. I am gonna win just like a slinky.
You need to be counted down. That's just horrible. It's time for you to come back. Show them your strength.
Listen now, and shut your asshole. I'm talking now, you stupid rascal. You're as smooth as a three-legged snake. Sit ours. Down eat humble cake cause.
All right, thanks. Now we gotta move on. The battle is now officially over. Use your devices and figure out who it is that was the dopest MC.
Be contended.
It's a 1-3 again.
3-1 split.
3-1 again. Oh.
And our winner is you. Congratulations.
Check it out. I need my next battlers up and ready to go.
Sausage chops versus Hedgie.
Are you talking? You sound
Hedgie
like
versus
Mr. Blobby. Blobby, blobby, blob. Why don't you leave? Go back to the cliff. It's the only place where we can't smell stanky wood.
Alright, I see you, Swag. Next robot, grab the mic.
You call me a failure, but I've seen your fishes. They're drowning themselves since your doll is old dishes. I'm a master musician, you're a small-time nerd. And you don't slay people, so it could be worse.
That was super whack. You need to find something else to do. Time to pick somebody to vote for. Let's get those votes in. Let's get those votes in expeditiously.
Everyone get your votes in. There we go. We have votes.
3-1 again.
Hell surprise.
We have gotten our winner. Congratulations.
Right here, right now, the final matchup.
Spanish rats.
Mess with me, you'll get my foot in your epidermis. Don't know what that is? Learn biology, you doofus. I'm making you cry like a little bumblebee. You think you stink, but I'll be licking on your honey.
I'd rather you didn't.
That was okay. Wasn't the best I heard, but it wasn't the worst either. Next MC.
I've seen better faces on rats. And I've owned 2 of them. Well, look at that. I don't sweat the small stuff and you're very tiny. Your rap is high-pitched and incredibly whiny.
Yo, that was
This feels
not
personal.
good. Moving right along. Okay,
Welcome
y'all, now
to
the battle
Rap
is over.
Battles.
Use your devices to vote.
Yeah, it doesn't help when it doesn't give you the best prompts to play with.
Voting time, right now.
Who needs to vote? Can't be a 3-1 split without the votes. There we go, 3-1 split.
Yeah, 3-1 again. God damn.
Okay, here's your winner. Congrats. That was hot. Now we got to check out the scores and see who won this. All right, here's our winner.
Whoa!
To pay for all that damage you did. We want to say thanks to all the battlers. Try not to step on nobody, but you got to get up out of here. Peace.
I got second.
Yeah, but you didn't win.
No, but I got second.
Yo, who's that? Shadow Master MC. Known to crush bones and make your blood bleed. Assassin tactics, swift with death blows. Crush stones of rapping clones and ram drones. Bring out your best, protect your neck and chest. You need a whole army if you think it's sweet. I break down the rhythm, get in them with precision. My mission ain't complete till you're dead in the street. Verbal assault.
Alright, let's transfer back to the main cameras.
Radio killed the video star.
How can this be?
Which radio? TigerTails Radio. That's perfect. Internet radio has never been so fuzzy.
And we return.
Yay, we're back.
We are back. With the hedgie.
Yeah.
And we still have about 11 minutes left.
Ooh.
What is this madness?
Goodness.
That's what
Yeah,
happens.
well, actually,
Speedy.
Yeah, this is what happens when we don't have a full complement of the Jackbox. If the Jackbox games go that little bit quicker. And now we know that having 8 people with Jackbox takes an extra 10 minutes to do both games.
Now we're basically stuck in limbo because we're like, what do we do? Do we leave 10 minutes early? Or do we...
No, that is verboten. Anyway, Hedge, you shouldn't have any trouble filling. We used to broadcast for 3 hours at a minimum.
Yeah, we did, but
Back
we
in
had
season
music to basically get in there.
Yeah,
as
that was
well.
true. Actually, yeah, we did have a lot of music.
We actually had music in there.
We were.
So,
Well, I say we were allowed to do music. No, that's not strictly true, but
yes,
we were.
Oh yeah. We did quite a bit of copyright theft. So
it was just called music piracy.
Then we stopped playing on Shoutcast and went to Google Broadcasting. And every time we put music on, Google went, "Stop that!
Yeah.
Stop that right now!"
It's like we had overseers suddenly, and it was like, oh.
Yes. It was like, oh man, we're not pirate radio anymore. We got to do legitimate stuff. Oh man,
we've got to clean our act up and actually obey the rules.
Yeah. So we got people. Are there any musicians out there who'd like to send music in? And I think maybe about 2 or 3 people went, "I will."
And Hedge was like, "Hey, I'm a musician."
Yeah.
And then didn't say anything.
Technically, I am. I have written music, so yeah.
We hear it at the start of each show now.
Yeah, we do. Yes, that is an instrumental version of my song "Magic," which is is the intro music for this this series.
Yes, indeed.
So you never know. On downtime, my camera's frozen again. You'll have to switch to somebody else.
You sure? Because it's working for me.
Yes. No, it's not working here.
Oh, it's working here.
No, it's not. It's frozen on Discord for me.
Oh, it's working fine for me.
Oh yeah, no, it's working on Discord, but it's frozen on the stream.
On the stream, yeah.
Really?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, the entire stream is frozen because nobody else is moving.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh. Interesting.
Yes, I'm watching it in the little YouTube playback window, the little broadcast kind of preview we get, and it's moving fine.
No, on Discord it's actually frozen, so that's interesting. Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I
Weird.
thought that.
Oh, that one. Oh, yes, it has.
Yes.
Now you realise.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, and the void, it's frozen, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Why is the void frozen?
I don't know.
Nor do I. If I flick the camera to echo, the void stays frozen. The void has broken. How did the
But I'm
void
not
break?
We've broken the void.
Yeah, we have broken the void.
There's opportunity. Here is a memory of what the void is doing.
Here is the void from the
Physically.
past. Look, it's not voiding anymore because it's just stuck. It's no longer a
Yeah,
void,
I believe
it's just
that's
a
what
screenshot.
frozen means.
It's just a static image. See, we can flick to Charleston and there's no issue. We can flick to Hedgie and there's no issue. We can flick to me and the camera breaks to its ugliness. And we can flick to Echo and we can just see Echo in his room with stuff.
But, oh yes, that's very weird.
I wonder where the void died.
Interesting.
Yeah, bizarre.
Ooh. Maybe we stared too much into the abyss and they got fed up of staring back.
The void stares back and it goes, oh, wait. I need to blink.
Yeah, the abyss has decided to blink for a bit. Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can fix. I mean, we don't need the void at this juncture. Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Wow. Multiple sneezes this evening from Charleston.
Okay, why have you frozen?
Yes.
Unfreeze.
Ooh, interesting. The first time we've had this before. Oh, there we go.
The stream has ended.
The void has shut down.
Yep.
But the show's still going.
Yes. It's just the void is no longer around.
So enjoy your audience as we fix technical difficulties after the show, just for once.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Or during the show, yeah.
Normally it's the first 20 minutes where things break, but now it seems
It's the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've flipped the script now, so yeah.
Season 16.
It's
Sooner
no-
or later, I suppose.
It's no longer within the first time. It went, here's a different set of variables for you. How about issues at the end of the show?
Reporting error to Microsoft. What do you have to? Can't you just close the program that provided the void?
Nope. It's like, nope, denied.
Sorry, not going to happen. We're not going to do that for you, unfortunately. It's not the way the world happens. It's the end of the world, and we know it.
But the stream's still fine.
You have to make an effort to know which camera is being pointed at now.
Yeah, basically.
It's manual mode.
Yeah, we're going to guess now. I'm not entirely sure. Well, I could just keep it on Hedgie.
It's still on me then, are we?
Yes. Because,
yes.
Yeah, this machine is, well, this software is dead, Dave.
Uh-oh.
It is so crashed.
Oh, dear.
Oh, no.
Whoopsie. But
Too
yes.
warm.
So if any of you are veterans of the show, will remember the old setup that we had, then yeah, we were pretty much running on basically rubber bands and and pieces of paper. So
when you say the old setup, do you mean the original season 1 setup?
yes, the original season 1, which is basically running over dial-up or early broadband.
We had early broadband. We had 1 meg.
Whoa.
Yeah, and we had the microphones were just, I think they were SingStar microphones.
No, they came along later.
Oh, they came along later. So what were they at first then?
So we had a couple of very dodgy dynamic mics that I'd picked up from just my father, I think, plugged into a little manual mixery thing that was powered by a battery.
Oh, I think I've now got.
I think you've got that now.
We had one microphone stand that was made out of a cardboard box.
It was
the other
a
one
Kellogg's
that was
Frosties box.
Kellogg's Frosties box, and the other one was masking taped to a pickle jar.
It was blue tack to a pickle jar.
Blue tack to a pickle jar, yeah.
Yeah, because I think
the pickle jar became the unofficial mascot of the show.
It did. And then near the end of season 1, we opened the pickle jar and regretted it very quickly.
Yeah, because it had been just basically, yeah. Well, there were no pickles left in it, so there was nothing for it to preserve. It was just trying to preserve itself.
It was a thing of vinegar, and it had been empty for a little while before season 1 even started. And it was a case of we'll empty it, we'll throw it out, and then season 1 started. It was like, oh, actually no, that's just about the right height. So a couple of tissue boxes with the pickle jar stacks on top, and then that was blue tack to the top and. Yeah, it was a perfect time.
That basically became the impromptu mic stand.
Yeah.
Is that the
Sound Lab?
So, yep, that was the first one. Yes, that was season 1's first mic device thing.
A 4-input mixer.
Mic mixer, yeah.
Very simple one that used headphone jacks.
Yep.
Well,
whereas modern ones, of course, use XLRs for sort of. Or USB for sort of microphones. My microphone here that I use for TigerTails Radio is a USB mic. The one I use for my vocal recordings is a more powerful XLR condenser mic because you need more power.
Yeah, so on this end, I'm using a dynamic headset. In fact, if I put me on the frame. So, as you can see, nice headset mic there, Audio Technica. It's a very posh one.
Yeah.
I have 2 others. There is one here.
Ooh.
And and it's one of these. It's all backwards for you lot, but there we go, because thanks, Discord. And yeah, it comes up. It's a reasonable sound quality. The same ones I use in PlayStation Access, and I think also outside Xbox use them as well. And other streaming platforms use them, because I was watching PlayStation Access and saw these had these nice, useful headset mics, and the sound quality was quite good. And I thought, okay, send a quick message in just at PlayStation Access. What headsets are you using? Because they sound great. And the person running the chat was like, oh, they're this. Thank you. Look them up. It's like £150 each. Save up for a couple of months and then buy 3 of them. And it's like, great. Now Xavier can't bash his mic anymore because it's attached to his face. And no matter where he looks, the mic follows him and we don't get the audio dip. And that works really well, but he still found a way of hitting the mic.
Always. I mean, you wouldn't expect any less, would you?
And then, less than a year later or so, Hedgie bought a house and we went our separate ways. I was like, thanks. That was 450 quid I could have saved. Never mind. So, but it means
it's fine. When you have visitors, though, it means you still have nice, good quality headset mics that you can use to stream. So,
indeed, and when Xavier comes round for the TigerTails gaming streams on the Sundays, I've got a spare one. And so, and also I've got a little USB device now for like an audio sound card thing, which one of them plugs into, and that's when I'm gaming over Discord, I'll use that. And then for broadcast purposes, I've got 2 of them plugged into the main studio setup.
Nice.
And then when we do our D&D games, I use the main studio setup for that because it just makes recording easier.
Yeah.
And that's our tech rundown of the day. What's Echo using today?
Huh?
What's Echo wearing?
I've got a Jabra call center headset, wireless one. Just because I've got about 6 or 7 of them. So I kind of gradually cycle through them over time. And I mean, I don't think the audio quality is too terrible when you consider. I do have it set to the high dynamic range rather than the standard standard telco range, just because that does make it sound a bit better, I think, than just the narrow bandwidth telco.
Yeah,
settings,
because they sound awful. It's like 64 kilohertz audio, lovely.
Yeah,
just what we always wanted.
Yep.
And then what mic has Charleston got? Because we can see it in frame.
Yes, I don't wear my microphone. I have it on my stand in front of me. I have what brand is it? Well, it is Samsung.
Oh, I got a Samsung mic. My first condenser mic was a Samsung.
Ooh.
Yeah, and you notice it's got a rubber band, not a rubber band, an eraser in the back here.
It's really hard to hear you when you're not talking into the microphone.
That is a good point. If you notice, there's a eraser there.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, these are.
You're pointing away from your face again.
Use your imagination. If you imagine that these are 2 wires there, they are extremely sensitive, and the only way I can get them to be stable is if I put an eraser in there to keep them apart from each.
I see.
Yeah.
So this is my equivalent of your pickle jar.
And then Hedgie's posh mic is coming out of frame as well.
My one is.
This is the terrible audio section of the show.
Here it is.
Where everyone picks up and moves their mic around. So that
there we go. This is my microphone here.
Yeah, very colourful.
This is my RGB one that cycles through the 7 colours of the rainbow. So yeah, that's quite a little fun one. That's my one.
Because that's what everyone needs. RGB microphone.
That's a USB mic. So that's a sort of not as intense one. Because otherwise I'd have to buy an audio interface and that would be ridiculous. So,
and especially as you already have one, but it's in your main recording setup.
Indeed, this is in my studio. So yeah, where it remains.
Yes. I do need to get a second one of my little audio interfaces for the stuff over the other side of the room. But that's something for later. That's not a project I need to get into anytime soon. I have enough projects as it is.
Yes.
Don't we all?
Yep.
Yeah, way too many. But yeah, that has taken us over the hour. So congratulations. We now have learned all a bit about each other's audio setups.
Yay!
And then when Xavier gets back next week, if he's recovered, we can ask him about his. But on that note, I can't look up there anymore because I've changed all the settings. Oh, sorry. Okay, well, I'm going to have to...
Yeah, you don't have to kill the wood anymore because it's already killed itself.
Yeah, well, that is true. I need to get... I've got two things going into the same monitor, so I've got to keep flicking between input sources. And unlike everything else, which is Google controlled, I can't really do that with the physical buttons on the actual monitor itself, which makes me sad. But there we go.
Get those little robots that push buttons for you.
Yeah, but then it would need to push... the buttons aren't quite firm, they're quite stiff buttons. Also, my PlayStation controller is about to die, so let's just shut down the PS5. I need to charge this. That'll be a job for later. There we go. Right, so I can see things again. So let's bring the thing back to me so we can do a round of good nights. And
all right,
you see where I've managed to attack myself in my sleep, and a red line going across there. It's quite annoying. But yes, it is the end of the show. We have managed to waffle on for 90 odd minutes or so, and even compare technical notes. How fun is that? So it is now time to say good night. So it is a good night from the Echo.
Good night, everybody.
It's a good night from Hedgie.
Good night, everybody.
It's a good night from Charleston.
Good night. Ignore him.
Night. And it's a good night from me, TK Tiger. Thank you very much for watching and or listening to this episode of TigerTails Radio. Join us again next time, where hopefully Xavier will return. There'll be more Jackbox, more noise, more fun, and I need to get the post-stream ready. Yay. I remember that just in the nick of time. And yes, we will return at usual time next... Oh, actually, no, we may not. I've just thought. Because next week, this coming weekend, I'll be at a wedding.
Oh.
And I may or may not be back in time for the show. So there may not be a show... There may not be a live show next week. But Justin, I want to have a natter with you about that because I've got a contingency plan in mind if I'm not here in time. So... potentially, we will see you next week. Potentially, we will see you in 2 weeks' time. At least live, anyway. But if we're not going to be able to be live, I will make sure that there is something instead. But until we see each other again, it is night-night, everybody. Oh, come on. It was doing it before. There we go. Night-night, everybody. Night-night.
Night-night.